Good afternoon, Mr. Mickley. Today I'm doing my assignment on my personal branding, one of the first assignments for week one. I'm going to go off and start with the questions that are asked and talk a little bit about my brand, a couple things I can improve on, and for the future to better success me for my opportunities in the future. So let's start off with question number one. States, what were your online ID calculator results for all five variables, including volume, relevance, purity, diversity, validation? And what does each of these variables mean in relation to your online reputation? And did any of these scores surprise you? And how may I improve on the current low? So unfortunately, when I took the test and looked up my name on the Google search, I didn't have much of an online branding already set up for myself. Although I did have my brand of what I'm working on for the future that is somewhat established. But we're just going to go, as far as the assignment goes, go based off of the results that I had. So between volume, relevance, purity, diversity, and validations, unfortunately, all of those four ended with a zero. My name didn't appear on the top 3 pages, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. The way I want to look at it is it actually is a positivity thing, which opens my eyes for my future and where I can start branding myself currently and set myself up better for the future. So that's really how it answers the questions. The results didn't really surprise me, as I kind of knew already that I haven't really established my personal self, but as far as a brand, like I said, it is working with what I'm trying to do for the future. Next question says, what were your top 4 results after completing the brand archetype quiz? And out of the results, which one do I most relate to and why? And describe the primary goal strategy for the top archetype. Who do I want to focus on the brand and the target audience, and how I feel interacting with you. So to answer that question, I originally took the test for my top 2, and I got the guy next door, and I also got the caregiver, in which both of those seemed to be close to what my motivation was for my brand. But when I did that test, I didn't feel 100% confident in the results that actually related to me and what I'm planning to do for my brand. So what I ended up doing is I retook the quiz for a second time, and when I did that, I actually got a shared results between a caregiver, creator, guy next door, and hero, which all came in at 25%. So that's where I noticed that there were some that did relate to me a little more, but the one that I related to me the most was the creator. Some of the things that made me believe that I was more of a creator side is because I always do want the best for everyone that I have. And it's really defined as the talented, vibrant, and initiative. And really, my goal is is a visionary, and to hone my skills on being a visionary to really help me best engage with my audience. So, like I said, the creator is definitely one for me that I feel is the best for my brand, which I related to the most. And last but not least, I'm going to read the last question based on what I learned off of Brand Yourself. Review 2 tactics that I will use to improve in the future. Consider these questions: what type of content will I produce on a regular basis and why? And how will you develop a digital profile site to improve my brand as an SEO? And also to clean up my online presence, and how I respond to these negative comments. So when I did go to brandyourself.com, I brought up the results of my online reputation, and one thing that was kind of an eye-opener for me was the fact that I had a couple posts from my past on my social media websites that did bring up a red flag. Now, something so small of lyrics that I wrote down, sharing, I am an artist myself, a hip-hop artist, and using some words that I didn't realize would have such an impact and show red flags for my future, which that's something that I do need to improve on for my future. But as far as how am I going to develop my digital profile and, how am I going to be able to put content on a regular basis, some of the things I've thought of is really just getting into more blogging posts, more video content that I feel will really help out my brand of getting my name out there. Not only getting my name out there, but one thing I also heard is blogging. Google absolutely loves it, and that's something that I want to do and create for myself to get myself personally on top of that list of branding myself. So when I do look at my name in the future, so for instance, Keith, Bauman, when I look it up, maybe I'll be on the top 3 results, and my brand be automatically number 1, which is hidden talent. So that's what I'm planning to improve on. As far as cleaning up my online presence and how I respond to negative comments for the future of posts I've already posted, I'd say really just being more aware. Like I said, something so small that I didn't think of any relevance could make an impact on my opportunities for the future for a job. And so in the future, just making sure that I don't have content like that on my pages, which may, open up a can of worms for the future. But anyways, I believe that answered all the questions that were asked for this assignment. I'm really glad that I was able to really figure out what my archetype is, and now be able to focus on what some things I need to focus on for the future, and some things to better my brand to make myself more relevant on the internet and have a better online reputation. So I just want to thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing the grade on this assignment. Thanks again. Have a great day.